I use Stevie Wonder as an inspiration, whom I look up to a great deal, just for the way that he crafted music and his connection to the spirit. And back then I used him as a role model in trying to play all the instruments and be very self-contained and keep my vision clear.
Prince talking to Larry King. Joining us shortly, another influencer, Earth, Wind and Fire's Verdine White. Joining us right now is Stevie Wonder. Stevie, thank you so much for being with us. I'm sorry for the loss of your friend. When you heard first the news of his death this morning, what went through your mind?
Well, it's a heartbreak, and I was shocked. I didn't believe it, as I find it so hard to believe. You know, in this journey of music, we as artists that sort of create the reflection of society, and reflect really the people that really want to see a better world, a better people, a unity of people, all those things, as did his music do, and will continue to do for those of us who will continue to listen to it. It's a heartbreak to lose a member of that army of love.
That army of love. The clip that Prince there we showed talking about you and Larry King, saying you were a role model for him, an inspiration to him, particularly when it came to playing his own instruments. I wonder, how did Prince influence you? How does he inspire you?
Well, he was a great musician. He loved music. He loved playing his instrument, and you know the times that we did jam together were amazing. With all the various people he would bring together, and most of all, he brought all the various cultures together. He could play classical music if he wanted to. He could play jazz if he wanted to. He could play country if he wanted to. He played rock. You know, he played blues. He played pop. He played everything. He was just a great musician, and very cognizant of what his responsibility was as a musician and a human being.
Today I was watching a recording of a concert that you did in Paris back in 2010. You were performing Superstition. Prince was accompanying you on the guitar. And what I think gets lost sometimes about Prince is, I mean, he wasn't just great, songwriter. He was a stellar guitar player. And it wasn't just guitar. He played nearly all the instruments on his first 5 albums. I mean, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing, and it's fun to do that because basically you're going inside yourself and you're really giving people every single part of what you feel. It's what your soul is saying. This is how I want this to be played, and fortunately I can play it and express myself. It's like an artist painting a picture. So he was a great artist of picture, of sound picture, and music, and so. This is an amazing day. As we see so many things happening, the heartbreak is to see this man who was so talented be taken away from us. But I know that the Almighty God has far greater things for him to do eternally. So I just hope that we celebrate his music and celebrate his purpose that he fulfilled.
With that in mind, that idea of celebrating his music, I know you and Prince sang together at the White House last year. Is there a favorite song of yours? Is there something, I think you're near a piano, is there anything that comes to your heart, that comes to your head in terms of music, when you think of him?
You know, I love Purple Rain. I love the whole album. It was incredible. But I loved all the stuff that he did. The song that I liked the whole album, but I think I like Nikki Crying. It was like an interesting kind of song. And but again, as people I heard say earlier today on CNN, there was someone that said he was able to mix the blessing of life of God and yet, the marriage of sex and passion. So that's very, very true. He had fun doing it, and You know, it's rare for me that I can feel, you know, with every single uh, breath, how he just passionately loved music. It's like when musicians can jam, there's nothing like it in the whole world. I guess it's like when, you know, ball players are playing and they are excited about the game. Well, this is the same thing with us as musicians, to be able to say, okay, you can do that. Let me watch me do this, and they can do that. I'll do that. It's just a lot of fun, and he was incredible with that.
Is there? I don't want to put you on the spot. Is there any song you want to sing a little of, or play a little of, or again, I don't want to put you on the spot if you're not up for it.
Yeah, I think I would probably break down
Okay.
if I do a song right now. But you know, he was incredible, and I'm just glad that I was able to say to him, "I love you," the last time I saw him.
And he wrote a lot of songs for other artists over the years, and he was also a philanthropist. Donated instruments for young musicians. Was concerned about social justice issues. About I mean, he did a lot of things for charity, and didn't necessarily, you know, get his name associated with that. He did a lot of things anonymously.
Well, I think his spiritual commitment was far bigger than, you know, him having to say he did this and he did that. His commitment was in the action of what he did, not with the satisfaction of letting people know that he did it.
How do you? I mean, I don't know if I should even ask this question because it's maybe too soon to figure this out, and certainly we'll always have the music. But how do you hope people remember him?
Just a great musician, a great producer, great songwriter, uh, someone that allowed himself to be himself and encouraged others to be themselves. And uh, he was very free. And to do what he did without fear was a wonderful thing, because it's always great. It is always great when we don't allow fear to put our dreams to sleep, and he didn't.
Stevie Wonder, thank you so much. Again, I'm sorry we're talking under these circumstances, but it's always an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.